Hi, and welcome to my sewing room. I love having my cats in the sewing room. I have 3 kitties. I have Bunky, Carl, and Avi. Carl likes to make an appearance in the sewing room from time to time, but he mostly likes to lounge in front of the TV. If you're a cat owner and a quilter, you know the combination of furry friends and fabric can sometimes get a little chaotic. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to make that experience more enjoyable. So let's jump right in. Coming in at number 5, invest in a lot of lint rollers. If you have a cat, you know that quilts are cat magnets. As soon as I put one down, they have to be on it. That goes for any fabric as well. Bunky is the hardest one to keep off the cutting table. If I walk away for just a second, he sits on the fabric that I'm cutting, and even those few seconds, he drops some cat fur. So I stock up on lint rollers. I have one by the ironing board, I have one by the cutting table, I even have one by the long arm, because you never know when a cat fur is going to pop up. Next up at number 4, sew slow. You never know when a cattail or a paw will get in the way. Sometimes I am deep into a project and in a chain piecing groove, and whoosh, a cattail appears right in front of my needle. For some reason, the top of the sewing machine makes a great cat perch. Or sometimes, when the quilt inspector is patiently watching, he decides he needs to have a paws-on approach. So when kitties are around, take it slow. You never know when a paw or a tail are going to come out of nowhere. Number 3, hide the pins and the thread. Cats are very curious creatures, and nothing is off limits to them. This includes threads, pins, needles, anything. They'll find a way to bat them around like toys. For some reason, Avi likes to chew on the little heads of my pins, so I have to hide those under the bed of the sewing machine when he's in the room. Cats also love to eat the thread, and I keep mine on the wall. And every now and then I'll catch Avi trying to take a little nibble. So no cats are allowed in the room unsupervised. But if you can't close the door to your sewing area, you can keep your thread in some clear containers or drawers. Anything to keep them out of your cat's stomach, and hopefully save yourself a trip to the vet. Number 2, don't put anything important near an open trash can. Cats are notorious for getting into things that they shouldn't. If you leave your fabric scraps, thread, or patterns anywhere near an open trash can, you can bet your cats will investigate. And I don't need to tell you how much fun they'll have knocking things around. And certain things might go missing if you're not paying attention. These pink strips were the binding to a quilt I had on the quilting frame. I'm glad my trash can was small, otherwise I would have been looking for these forever. So keep your trash cans closed or just away from your important things. And finally, coming in at number 1 for me, use a strong fabric for your design wall. I don't know what it is, but my cats think that this design wall is their personal climbing wall. My design wall used to be covered in batting. Everything stuck to it so nicely. But with 3 cats, it didn't last very long, and I recovered it 3 times. So I finally decided I need something stronger, so I went with some flannel. Now with the flannel, things don't stick as nice as they do with batting, so every now and then I have to use some pins. But it's definitely worth it than having to replace the batting every couple months. Well, there you have it. Those are my top 5 tips on sewing with kitty cats. They can help keep your projects and your kitty cats safe, and help give your cats the attention that they deserve by letting them come in and be in the sewing room with you. And for those of you with cats, what other tips do you have? I'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments below and we can all learn from each other. And until next time, happy sewing with your kitty cats.